Okay, so first of all, I'm going to go back to that balance beam. So let's imagine I had this equation to solve. 2x plus 5 equals 21. And this is what it would look like as a picture. I've got 2 bags of unknowns plus 5 extra marbles equals 21 marbles. And what I want to do is I want to start to find out what x is. So my first step would be to remove 5 marbles off this side and do the same to this side as well. So imagine I did that. I took 5 marbles off here, minus 5. I took 5 marbles off here, maybe those ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would have 16 marbles left and the 2 bags. Okay, so now that I know that 2 x's or 2 bags make 16, I'm going to split them in half. And I'll split these guys in half as well. So if I split the 16 in half, I'll need 8 in each. So let's do that. So split each in half, and I'll see that I'm left with x equals 8. Okay, so let's apply that to this problem. Now the first thing I'll do is let's not make the first one hard. Let's change that to a plus to help us. Okay, so we'll do that example. So first of all, I'm going to remove the 6 first. Cancel that off. Now I have 2y equals 8 take 6 is 2. Now we need to split, so let's divide by 2, divide by 2, cancel, y equals 2 divided 2 is 1. And we have our answer. Same technique with the next one. So I'm going to remove the negative 8 first. So I'm going to go plus 8, plus 8. Remember, I have to do the opposite. Negative 4 plus 8 is 4. Now to get rid of a divided by 5, I'll need to times by 5 and times by 5. Cancel them off. M will equal 4 times 5, 20. Now, what you'll notice different about the next type is that on the left-hand side, we have one entire fraction. Same here, one entire fraction. We don't have a fraction and something else. So in this case, we will need to multiply first, and this is really important. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply this side by 3 and this by 3. Cancel off. So now I'll have y minus 5 equals 2 times 3 is 6. Now I'm just going to solve that as normal. So to get rid of the negative 5, I need to add 5. Cancel, y equals 6 plus 5, 11. Let's try another one. Looks a bit different, but it's very similar. So first of all, we're going to get rid of the fraction first. We need to times by 3. Cancel. The top 5y equals 2 times 3 is 6. Now I need to divide by 5. When you do that on a calculator, make sure you keep it in fraction form. Don't go to a decimal, and you'll get 6 over 5. Verify that on the calculator. Now, when you have equations with brackets, probably your safest bet is to expand the brackets first because they're a little bit annoying. So we want to get rid of them first. So to expand, we need to times. So we're going to go 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times negative 4m is negative 20m. And we leave the 8. It's not part of the brackets. Now we just have a two-step equation to solve. So remember, this is a positive 10. So we will need to subtract 10 off both sides first. And we'll get negative 20m equals negative 2. Now, remember that means negative 20 times m. So I'm going to divide by negative 20. I'm going to use the fraction this time just to mix it up. Divide by negative 20. Cancel. And I'll get m equals, grab your calculator, type that in, either do negative 2 divided by negative 20 or negative 2 over negative 20, and you should get positive 1/10. Remember to go to a fraction for your answer. Okay, let's try another one. A little bit trickier because we've got a negative out the front, so we'll need to times by a negative before we start. So negative 3 times normal old 5 is negative 15. Negative 3 times negative 2y is positive 3 times 2, 6y. Leave the 20. Okay, now we need to solve, so we're going to add 15 first. Remember, we've got to do the opposite. Cancel, and we'll get 6y equals 35. Now we're going to divide by 6 or over 6, your choice. Do it to both sides. Cancel your 6's off, and we'll have our answer. We'll need to simplify that or check that it does or doesn't simplify on your calculator. So I've got 35 over 6, just press equals, and you see it stays the same. If you went to a decimal, it would be pretty yucky. I'll show you. So this is why with algebra, we always want to keep it as fractions, and usually we have improper fractions. If you don't like that, you can go second FD, I think, and you can have a mixed number. So that's the same answer. So you can answer either as 35 over 6, 5 and 5, 6, your choice. If it's a multiple choice though, you want to be able to recognise that they are the same answers. I'm going to go the 5 and 5, 6 today. Add yourself a little note how you need to press second, was it FD, I think, from memory, I've forgotten already, in order to mix between mixed numbers and improper fractions. So I can always go back again. And if I just press FD, I go to a decimal. So you want to be able to change between those three forms pretty easily. Okay, so let's have a look at questions where we have pronumerals on both sides. And basically what we want to do first is get the letters to the same side. I find it easier to move the smallest one. However, both methods will work. So what you'll notice is I have 5x on the left-hand side and 3x on the right-hand side. 3x is smaller, so I'm going to minus 3x off both sides. They will cancel there, and then I'll have 5x minus 3x is 2x. Take 2 equals positive 8. Okay, so I'll just do that again quickly for you. So I had 5x on the left-hand side, 3x on the right-hand side. I'm going to subtract the smaller one, 3x, subtract 3x. This then cancels and leaves me with 2x, take 2 equals 8. Now I can solve it as normal. So I'm going to add 2 to both sides, cancel. Now what do I need to do? Divide by 2 or over 2. Remember, they both work, so I'm mixing it up. X equals 5. Let's try another one. This one's a little bit different because I have a negative 4y. Now, negatives are pretty gross, so they're probably the best ones to try and move or get rid of. So how do I get rid of a negative 4y? Well, I plus 4y. Do the same to the other side. That will cancel. Negative 4y plus 4y is nothing. They're gone. 8y plus 4y is 12y. We also have minus 5 equals 10. Now we solve. Add 5. Cancel. That makes 15. Now we're going to divide by 12. And we'll get our answer. So let's have a look at that. We'll just go 15, divide, 12 equals, we don't like decimals, so we press FD and we go to 5 over 4 or 1 1/4. I'm going to go to 5 over 4 this time just to show you it doesn't matter which one, just don't go to a decimal. All right, last question. So we're going to have brackets and pronumerals on both sides. So this will be the hardest type. However, we still follow the same steps that we expand our brackets first. So 4 times m plus 4 times 3. Let's go again on the other side. 5 times 6 minus 5 times m. Okay, and if you're like me, we don't like negatives, so we're going to add 5m to both sides. Cancel. 4m plus 5m is 9m plus 12 equals 30. Now we solve. Minus 12. 30 minus 12 is 18. How do I get rid of the 9? Divide by 9. And I get m equals 2. I'll show you in class how you can check your answers are correct. But as I said, these are the harder part of equations, so good luck with your questions today.